What's up YouTube, Stipe here, and today I am going to be doing a video on the muffler delete and whether it was worth it or not. In my opinion, yes, it was worth it 100%, and I'll tell you guys that why. I have a few reasons why I think it's worth it, and it sounds incredible. Right now it's about minus 15 here. I'm in Southern Ontario in Canada, and that's minus 15 Celsius, so I'm not sure what that translates to in Fahrenheit. Because I know in the US you guys go by Fahrenheit. I'm guessing that's around 0 somewhere, probably in Fahrenheit. But anyways, yeah, it's about minus 15 Celsius. And I'm going to do a cold start in the SCAT pack so you guys can hear it. This will probably be the most harsh cold start you'll hear. It's been sitting on the road overnight now, so I mean it's been sitting in the cold like this for about 16 hours. So it's going to be a pretty harsh cold start. You're going to hear it. To people in the south, you probably never hear this harsh of a cold start if you are, somewhere in a warmer spot, because obviously the temperatures don't get this cold to the point where you would hear it this harsh. And I'm going to show you guys right now. So let's go outside. So now I'm back here in the SCAT pack, and as you heard, it was a pretty harsh start there at about minus 15, minus 14 degrees Celsius. And like I said, it's pretty harsh when it's really cold. I'm sure like when it's warmer, it's not that bad. Now what I can compare it to, because I can show you a before and after video. They don't really do justice from the ones that I've seen online, and even from listening to mine, they don't do very good justice. So what I can tell you is when you do a mid muffler delete, you're actually looking at, let's say, a warm start. You warm start it, and it'll sound like a cold start when you have a stock exhaust. I'm not sure if that makes sense. So when you warm start this with a mid muffler delete, it sounds exactly like it would with a cold start with a stock exhaust. So that's what it's like comparable to. So you can imagine how much louder a cold start is. Now as far as drone goes and everything like that, the only time I really hear any drone is when it shuts down to 4 cylinders. Other than that, I don't really hear much drone. I mean, sure, when you start like coasting off of it, you'll hear very little bit, but it's not annoying or anything like that. Like, it's pretty normal, I would say. It doesn't bug me at all. You could daily drive it with a mid muffler delete. I don't think you'll really get pulled over or have any problems with the police. So sorry about that, I actually ran out of memory while I was driving. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, not a whole lot of drone, not a whole lot of complaints with the mid muffler delete. And another thing that I wanted to touch upon is there's actually a Borla attack system that you can buy for these cars, and I know a gentleman who has a Hellcat with that, and it is extremely loud. Like, it is to the point where like it's so loud that it's almost annoying, and I personally am not a fan of that system. Like, I think, for 150 bucks or whatever, even 200 bucks, whatever it may cost, I paid 150 bucks for it, but to just cut the mid mufflers and then put just pipe there, it's kind of a no-brainer, especially because you'll see it does sound really good, as well as with it does gurgle, as they say. You'll hear the bubbling sound out of the exhaust if you downshift it or anything like that. It definitely will make that unique sound that most people like, which I do like hearing that. But like I said, the only complaint I have is the cold starts are really harsh, especially here in Canada. I mean, minus 15 is pretty freaking cold. So as far as the mid muffler delete goes, I would totally recommend it. Go for it. 150 bucks later, it'll be great. I mean, you don't like it, put them back on for probably another 100 bucks, 150 bucks. I mean, it's probably one of the cheapest and easiest mods you can do. It took the guys like 20 minutes to do it. I was gonna leave actually because I got dropped off at the exhaust shop, and they're like, no, just sit down and it'll be done shortly. I sat down, yeah, I was out of there in 20 minutes. Like, it's such an easy thing to do that, quite honestly, you're saving money on. It sounds great. It's still legal. Like, I haven't had any problems with this or anything like that, and here in Canada we have a lot more strict laws when it comes to things like that, so I'm sure in the US it won't be a problem at all. But I would totally recommend it. Comment down below what you think, if you guys have done maybe a resonator delete and things like that. I don't personally know how the resonator delete is. I'm sure if you did a resonator and mid-muffler delete, it would be pretty loud. But this is just the mid-muffler delete, and from what I've seen and heard and talked to people about, it's probably the better way to go. If you are debating on whether doing a muffler delete or a resonator delete, I would recommend the muffler delete, just because I have heard both in person. Like I said, videos don't justify really, but yeah, no, I would definitely recommend the mid-muffler delete. You'll get a really nice sound, especially when you open throttle it. It sounds pretty good. I'm trying to think, there's actually a video, I'll figure it out, I'll put it at the end of the video here, where I actually punch it on an on-ramp. So that's what it sounds like. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, so please do subscribe, and thank you for watching.